We're tracking some of the warmest weather, in fact, likely the warmest weather that we've had so far this year, and that's heading our way late this week into the weekend. Let's take a look directly at the weather pattern here. Big area of high pressure building in right over the southwest United States, and that is going to be, again, the warmest air mass we've seen so far this year. Still holding out a little glimmer of hope that this area of low pressure to the south may make that a little less intense, but either way, I think we're heading into the triple digits, and the National Weather Service agrees with that. We've got a heat advisory in effect, which we'll see momentarily. Not something we've seen a ton of so far this year. 102, the hottest day in Bakersfield. 100-degree days, only one, that 102. So we're going to add to that tally here towards the end of the week. Again, the National Weather Service has issued a heat advisory for the Valley, the Kern River Valley. But that being said, temperatures all across the board are going to be very hot as we head towards the end of the week. Let's talk about those temperatures in a little more detail right now, starting with the next 24 hours. Overnight, not bad, 50s and 60s. So still, we've got some nice cool mornings if you want to get outside early in the day. Still nice and comfortable. Afternoon starting to get a little warm here. Desert areas, upper 90s. We're going to break into the 90s here in Bakersfield, 92 tomorrow, and even places like Tehachapi up into the 80s. Winds will be relatively light here in the valley, but we will have a couple of gusts over in the desert. Nothing too major there. Again, the big story is going to be later in the week. Friday, Saturday. That's when our temperatures are really going to be soaring for us here. So let's get into the extended forecast. Starting with a look at the day tomorrow, mostly clear skies through the afternoon hours, but I do think we'll get some clouds increasing as we head to late afternoon, early evening. So an increase of clouds through the day. That still takes us up to about 92 degrees tomorrow. And despite more sunshine on Thursday, we'll be right around 92 then as well. We jump up a full 10 degrees for Friday, though. 102 for Friday. That would tie the warmest day of the year so far. 105 Saturday will likely break that streak. We will have some moisture on the way Saturday into Sunday. I have included some minor rain chances, a stray thunderstorm possible. We'll get more into that later in the week. But let's talk a little bit about the good news. By the end of the forecast, Tuesday, back down into the lower 80s. So a massive drop in temperatures after the big warm-up. Kern River Valley hits 100 Friday, Saturday, down to 75 by Tuesday. Places like Tehachapi and Fraser Park will be right around 90, but then fall to the 60s early next week. Desert areas well above 100, but again, cooling off early next week.